It's our anniversary. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our channel, and today is a special video, guys, because it is our
5-year
our 5-year anniversary. Well, yeah, so when you guys as you're watching this, it'll be our anniversary day. So yeah, we're so excited, and we kind of wanted to just do a video. What in the world?
5 years strong, baby.
Yeah, 5 years strong, for real. They said once you know, if you can make it past 5 years, they said if you can make it past a year, that's like fabulous. But if you can make it past 5 years, yeah, I think you and your marriage club, you earn your marriage club badge because you win it.
I disagree.
You disagree?
To death do us part. So when you can make it to death, that's when you get your marriage degree. You'll get that nicely folded marriage flag on your day of exit.
Okay, anyways, so today we just kind of wanted to do a video just kind of talking about things that have made our marriage last for as long as it has so far, for 5 years. And we just wanted to share, like, you know, our experiences with each other, and yeah, what really made us a solid team over the past 5 years. It's definitely been a rocky road. There's been some highs and there's been some lows, definitely, but we're still standing strong. August 1st, 2020, still strong. And we just want to, like, share this with you guys. So if you're interested and curious, stick around for more.
So one of the things that made our relationship so powerful and so strong is that we are literally open about everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. So one day I come in the house and my wife asked me a question. She said, "Babe, you ever thought about cheating on me?" I'm like, hell yeah. I'm being for real, even though I'm joking, but I'm being for real. Those type of conversations we had, you know what I'm saying? And most relationships and being married, most couples can't have the relationship. Women will be flipping out. "Oh my God, you thought about cheating?" You know how it go, you know? But you have to be willing to have those type of conversations, you know? We express ourselves. We open up about a lot of things.
I've had dreams before about, like, being with other people. Like, you know, it is what it is. But what we're trying to say is that over the past 5 years, what made us last is because when we have these very uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, we share them with each other. That's pretty much the gist of what we're trying to say, is that we are open to share these things with each other. And a lot of couples, they don't do that because, one, they feel that, one, it's not like that's just like a restriction for the relationship, which in my opinion, I feel like it's more damaging, because if you're not sharing these thoughts or these feelings with each other, you know, then what does that say, in my opinion? But everyone, to each his own relationship, but this is what has worked for us. But also, like, a lot of couples, like, they have fears behind sharing those type of things, like, oh, what if we get divorced because of this? What if we break up? What if we separate? Or what if their feelings change towards me? And yeah, I mean, depending on your relationship and who you are as individuals, that could potentially be a reality. But in our relationship, like, we're open books. And that's not to say that we were having these thoughts and feelings because, you know, that's just something that we really, really wanted to do. It's just something that was a passing. It came. We're human. We experience different things, especially in a marriage when, like, times get hard and you have your really low moments. You know, you are bound to probably think other thoughts or to feel a certain way about things. So we're just open enough to have shared those things with each other over the past 5 years, no matter how hard it may be, no matter how difficult, that at the end of the day, we have integrity in our marriage, because we know that if we have a certain thought and feeling, we're going to communicate that to each other.
Moving on, understanding each other's traumas. So that's key when it comes to our relationship, understanding the past and the baggage that comes along inside of a relationship. I believe that no one comes into a relationship with no baggage. I'm not saying it's possible, but most of the time we have past experiences that we done been through that it don't shape and mold us. And so we took the time to get to know each other a lot better. And you know what they say, once you move in together, you start seeing a lot more things. I'm not gonna lie, I went through a lot of traumatizing things in my life. Some things I just can't speak on. But you have to be willing to understand your mate and understand what they went through and why they act the way they act. But at the same time, what we realized in our marriage was this, that I'm willing to sacrifice and change myself and not use my past experience for an excuse to continue to act or be this way. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do that. Like, for example, I'm open up to something that most people don't know about. I see a therapist every 2 weeks, you know, due to certain situations that I have encountered in my life. And I believe that once you realize that your mental health has been altered through childhood or whatever you experience in your life, I think that you should seek help. You know, I seek help, and I'm not afraid to tell you that, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things in our marriage that made us strong. We understand each other's traumas, we know what makes us tick, we know what we're strong at, we know our weaknesses. You have to know your past in order to know where you're heading. Remember that. And
we will do a whole separate video on that in the future, so stick around for that when that comes. Another thing that that kind of helped us in our marriage and, you know, stay solid for 5 years so far, is that throughout that time we had to learn that at the end of the day, if we don't love ourselves first, we are not going to be able to love each other. And loving ourselves meaning taking care of ourselves and putting our needs first, you know, over anything, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And if you can't take care of yourself and give yourself what you need, then you're not going to be able to do it with your other partner. And I feel like a lot of all right, y'all, I'm about to get in my little soapbox real quick. A lot of couples get into relationships expecting this other person to fulfill certain needs within them, filling voids within them. Like, I'm looking to you for my happiness. Like, I'm looking to you to give me this, when if you know the power that you have, you are all that you will ever need. You have everything that you will ever need without someone else. Another person just compliments you, and it's a choice to have them in your life. But you know that at the end of the day, if that person was to walk away, that you still can remain whole and complete within yourself, because at the end of the day, you have given yourself everything that you would ever need. And I feel like a lot of people get into relationships and marriages and they're looking for other people to fill these voids. I'm not saying that we are masters of this, but we definitely have come into the awareness of how this dynamic works, and we have worked very, very hard.
I'm a master.
Maybe.
But it ain't no maybe. Let me tell you this. If you are love, you can only reflect love.
Yeah.
And if you depend on somebody else's love, guess what that is? That's a fake substance. It's just like a drug. Then once it's gone, you feel hopeless. You go through a detox stage, you know what I'm saying? I do not look for my wife to love me. I know she loves me because she loves herself. I know I love my wife because I love myself. So once you truly learn how to love yourself, you'll never experience a broken heart ever again. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be another video we talk about too, right. Like what is actually true love. And that's gonna be a real touchy video because a lot of people not ready to hear that.
And then like just really quick, going back to like the traumas, like if you know your partner to be a certain way or something, take that, you know, that your partner off or whatever it is, you know that because you love yourself, like it's kind of like those things don't really affect you. And that takes a lot of mastery, like a lot. And I'm still working through that. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better, you know, over the years being together to be able to handle those things. Like, I know my husband loves me, but I know that there's times where things are not going to be so great, and it's going to be up to me to let that situation affect me in a negative way. So that's why, like, meditation is key, and, you know, grounding yourself and really working on your spirituality is really helpful, in whatever way that may be for you, so that you can kind of push through those times. But definitely love yourself in order to love someone else, and get to know who you really are.
Another thing what kept our relationship so strong and our marriage of 5 years so powerful, keeping friends and family out of your relationship. That is so important. Let me tell you this. My family, I love my family to death, and they know that I do. They don't know what goes on inside of our marriage. They don't know what happened in my household. They don't need to know what happened in my household. They don't know what happened between me and my wife. They don't need to know what happened between me and my wife, because that is our business. And another thing I truly believe is not allowing outside influences to come inside of our marriage and put things inside of our mind and have us thinking different. Because one thing I realize about family and friends, they ain't going to choose you. They're going to choose you over your mate, you know? And then
unless they really
okay,
like, but that's very, very, very slim and rare.
So I don't need no outside influences. And what people don't realize, when you can literally go to each other and work your problems out, that's going to make your relationship so much powerful. Because most of us, we look to people to vent, but we not looking to vent to the person who we upset with, being your wife or your husband, boyfriend or your girlfriend, your man or your woman, whatever title you want to give it. So we big on that, not letting outside influences influence us in our marriage. To be honest, we kind of letting y'all in right now, but we doing this to like help other people who like in relationships or who plan on being married, or people who are married, because trust me, once you let them in, it's hard to get them out.
It's like them, like an infestation. Once you got one, if you don't set that trap, you don't put them boundaries up, it's gonna get infested, contaminated. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, if anything, preserve your relationship. When you like detailing out everything in your relationship, you always going to this person, you know, it's just letting other outside influences and opinions, you know, deter you or, you know, come inside of your relationship. So make sure that you preserve your relationship. You know, once you get married, you know, you're supposed to go out and do your own thing with your own family. So you don't owe no one an explanation on how you do things in your marriage or your relationship or whatever. So just preserve it and take care of your relationship like you would take care of anything else in your life.
You need to know how to go to that person and let them know what you're going through. And even if you have to take time to calm down, like that's something relationships have to be grown and have to be shown towards each other, that I am strong enough to come to you and only you.
Right.
You know, how is it gonna feel if your mate and your mate found out that you went to your friend or your family member and they realize that, wait, the family member looking at me different, or they treat me different, and they don't have a clue, or they don't know, or they just found out one day that you've been talking to your best friend about something, and that's something they didn't want you to tell them. They're supposed to be kept between the relationship. A lot of people understand what I'm talking about. He was like, I didn't want them to know that. Then guess what? You have another problem inside of your relationship now.
Right.
I advise you to stay close to your mate. Only talk to your mate about certain things. Only thing people should know about your relationship is that y'all happy. Period. Fake it. There's gonna be a lot of days you're gonna have to fake it. Yeah, that's the only thing people should know. We happy, we good.
And the last thing that we kind of just want to throw out there, like that has helped us stay as strong as we have for 5 years, is our becoming into the knowledge of spirituality and consciousness, and the role that it has played in our lives individually and in our lives as a couple. That's been, like, if anything, like the most important factor out of all of these things that really has helped us like stay as strong as we have. Bae is like the guru, so like
I'm like the guru.
Bae is the guru. You are the guru, babe.
One minute she telling me the guru, next minute she telling me I'm like the guru.
He is the guru.
I don't know. One minute you the master teacher, next
I'm gonna let him
not.
take off with this one because this is like his lane, y'all. So go ahead, babe. Tell him.
What you want me to tell him?
Spirituality and consciousness. Take off.
One, when it comes to consciousness, period. Well, let me say this first. Spirituality, everybody's is spiritual. Point blank, period. Even if you don't believe you're not, you are. Trust me. And I'm not gonna get too much deep into that, but just know that. One, when you get into this feel of what the so-called trend is now, being woke, you know, I don't like saying that no more. It's all about self-awareness. What I mean by self-awareness, understanding yourself as a person, understanding the science and how the mind actually works. Understanding the conscious, understanding the subconscious mind. So me and my wife have spent, it's been 5 years now. So basically like 5 years of like studying this and really understanding the mind and understanding who we are as people. And once you truly understand who you are, you have self-awareness of self and you understand how your mind works. You can have more self-control over yourself and you hold yourself a lot more accountable inside of life, and especially inside of a relationship. Prime example, my wife would come tell me something, oh babe, you know this, and I'd be like, yeah, you're right, you know what I'm saying? And I hold myself accountable because I know that I know certain things about life that most don't. You have to be willing to accept that person for who they are. And that is very hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do because self-awareness comes with a lot.
Then that's not to say like, for instance, somebody who's like beating you and just doing all types of like, that's really harming you. That's not to say in those ways like accepting, but accepting a person's like flaws and their deficits when it comes to who they are as a person emotionally, mentally, intellectually. Like it's more of that type of thing, not just like accepting a person and if you know they're physically harming you and all this stuff like that. Like that's not like what we're talking about. But anyways, yeah, so accepting that, you know, everything that comes with that person as far as their genetic makeup of who they are and their experiences in life, going back to that understanding trauma and all that.
Yeah, when it comes to spirituality, y'all have to be willing to practice your spirituality together. Prime example, me and my wife, we meditate together, you know? We sit here and study together, read books, even watch certain videos on everything, or consciousness and spirituality. So you have to be willing to practice your spirituality together. Most people be like, oh, my walk is my walk. Like, you know, what God has for you is for you and what God has for him is him, whatever. But my perspective on that, when two people get married, you become one. Once y'all become one, it ain't no such thing talking about, well, God dealing with me on a personal level and God not dealing with you on a personal level. No, y'all both dealing with this on a personal level because it's spirituality now. It's one. Y'all walk as one, y'all move as one, y'all think as one. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. So when it comes to spirituality, you supposed to walk that walk together. It don't supposed to be like, I'm here and you there. You know what I'm saying? Walk it.
You don't have to like, if you want to be solid and you want to really have like I said, a solid foundation with each other, moving together as one is way easier. Now, by choice, you can, you know.
I don't recommend it.
I know you don't recommend it, babe, but there are people who they're in different situations. So, you know, if you want to be in a relationship where you're not, you know, moving as one or, you know, spiritually on the same page with each other, that's cool, that's your prerogative, but it's not going to, it may not be a very successful relationship. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So you have the choice to be able to do that, but you know, being able to move as one and be on one accord with each other is so key in everything. So, and that's what's worked for us and what has helped us be so solid.
The Bible says
so far.
A family. Well, I don't know if the Bible says or not. I ain't gonna put that in there. I can't even remember if it's in there or not. But I hear so many people say that the family that pray together stay together. So that means they practicing spirituality together. The family who do spirituality together stay together.
Anyways, guys, we just thank you guys. We just wanted to share what's made our marriage solid over the past 5 years and just give like little tiny nuggets to you guys on each thing we talked about. We do plan to go more in depth on each of these topics in future videos. Let us know if there's any other topics you want us to touch on. We're definitely going to open our channel up to do like relationship advice series type things, and just kind of let you a little bit in on some of our secrets, our struggles, or whatever within our relationship. But we hope you guys like this video. It is our anniversary. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. We will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.
Make sure you like, you subscribe, you hit that notification button, and share this video, man. Help that YouTube algorithm out. Come on, man.
Share this video, not just for us, but because we dropped some gems on y'all, okay?
Deuces.
Bye, guys.